Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So most of you know that rapper Waka Flocka has been vegan for about 2 years now. Way back in February 2016, he put out this YouTube video demoing how to make vegan blueberry muffins.
Hey yo, what's good? This is Waka and Rory. This is our vegan cooking show. Today we're gonna be making vegan blueberry muffins.
You might be wondering, why did Waka Flocka even go vegan for? I mean, it's probably not the most common thing for rappers from Atlanta to do. Well, TMZ asked him this question.
All my boys, it's like, yo, why are you vegan? What are you trying to prove?
Okay, so what do you say when they say that?
I just want to be healthy. I try to be fat.
Indeed, Waka Flocka used to weigh about 320 pounds, and you could see the before and after. Veganism has done his body quite a lot of good. And he's even collaborated with the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine about the virtues of eating plants instead of dead animals.
Can we do something about all the meat on the grill?
I mean, well, it is a party, you know, you gotta have somebody on the grill. It's fun, right?
Seth, right?
Yeah, Seth.
Those are hot dogs on the grill, correct?
Yeah.
Stuff like that give you cancer. Now, would you feed your kids that? Your dog? Your wife? Your mother?
I guess not. Not cancer, specifically, no.
How about some veggies?
I don't think we have any veggies.
I have veggies.
So after all this great outreach and activism, many of us were stunned to see this article in Paper Mag that Waka Flocka is no longer vegan. He says vegans are like cops. So in this article, his explanation for why he's no longer vegan is a little bit confusing. Let's see if we can figure this out here. He says, no, I've dropped the vegan card. Well, why? He says, I think the public scared me from being vegan. I got so conditioned. I got blinded from what's really vegan. I got conditioned to just reading the label and somebody says, it's vegan, so therefore it's healthy, and it really wasn't vegan. What I think he's trying to say is that for him, going vegan was a very health-oriented decision, when to lose and keep off all that weight. So for him, eating vegan meant eating healthy, healthier than what he was eating before. However, vegan doesn't mean eating healthy, unfortunately. We try to promote a healthy vegan diet to our viewers here, but we understand, not all vegan food's healthy. You can get, all sorts of processed vegan junk food. So yeah, vegan's more of a lifestyle, a way of looking at the world with compassion. And yeah, hopefully for most of you guys, it'll be a healthy way of eating too. So yeah, the realization that not all vegan food is healthy is kind of sad, but shouldn't be a reason to quit veganism. He then goes on to say that, I think saying that I'm vegan is like putting a title on me. I'm making myself sound like I'm better than someone else. If I'm saying I'm vegan and you're not a vegan, what does that make you? Well, that's an interesting thing to say because we get that comment often from haters on our channel. Yeah, vegan channels get haters too. People saying that, yeah, you vegans think you're better than everyone else. Like, I don't think I'm better than everyone else. Maybe there's some really uptight vegans that think that way. So Waka Flocka, that's kind of on you if you have feelings like that. I would suggest just try to get over that. I mean, you can be vegan and not feel superior to everyone else just because you're vegan. And even if you did think like that, it's kind of a weird reason to give up being vegan. And then strangely, he goes on to argue, like we see often from meat-loving haters, that plants have feelings too. He says, technically, a plant has just as much life as an animal does. I agree. And they just don't have the common sense or mindset, but it's the same power of life. It feels everything that we feel. Well, just on a biological level, no, that's just simply not true. Plants don't have a central nervous system, they don't have a brain, they can't feel what we feel, they can't experience emotions, they can't experience fear, anger, they can't experience pain. Secondly, there's nothing that says that you have to kill or harm a plant in order to eat it. Like say when fruit falls from a tree, that means it's ripe, it's ready to be eaten. And other plants like grains and potatoes, well, you harvest them when the plant has pretty much died, the end of its cycle. So maybe you have to kill greens, but I grow some greens out in my yard and I just snip some little bits of it off and the plant just grows right back. So really, you're not really killing anything. I think this last comment of his is the most revealing as to why he quit being vegan. He says, vegans scare people. Like, people are really scared of vegans. They're like the cops. Strangely, I can fully relate to what Waka Flocka is saying there. Even me, someone who runs a vegan YouTube channel, gets his fair share of hate from loudmouth, just self-righteous vegans who think they're the only ones doing it right. Since I don't do X, Y, or Z, I'm a bad person. And, you know, you just got to learn to block that stuff out. I mean, Waka Flocka, you're a big guy like me, so, you know, over 6 foot, you know, just be strong and don't let these loudmouth haters get in your head and make you undo the greatest decision you've probably made in your entire life when it comes to diet, the diet that made you lose all that weight and not be diabetic anymore. It's not worth it. Just be strong, stay vegan. I did have a few concerns about Waka Flocka when we saw him perform at Circle V a couple months back as the musical headliner. Here on stage, he's ranting about tofu and soy. Asks the crowd, what is tofu? What's soy? And the crowd yells back, beans. And then he goes off on this rant about how they make you more feminine. You'll see John Lewis, otherwise known as Badass Vegan, try to educate him, but it's just too hard in that kind of environment.
So why when a man eats soy, it turns to estrogen? Estrogen is a female hormone in a male's body. But it was here before PC. Right. Bro, I'm just vegan. I just want to party at Grove Street.
I was concerned because here he's on stage spreading misinformation, a myth that you hear often from anti-vegans about how tofu gives you man boobs because of all its estrogen. Well, I just did a video about this a couple months back, and the truth of the matter is...
Interestingly, when they tried the same experiment in men, they got similar results, a significant drop in female hormone levels with no change in testosterone levels.
But I don't hold that against Waka Flocka at all. It takes a while to unlearn all these myths that you've grown up hearing about vegans, and he's only vegan a couple years, so it takes some time. But even after making that comment, which I'm sure rattled a few vegans in the crowd, he still got a bunch of love. Here he is on stage with a few local vegans, and we're all yelling, "Vegan Squad, Vegan Squad." Vegan Squad! So as you see there's plenty of love from vegans for Waka Flocka. So Waka Flocka, if you're hearing a few hateful comments from some loudmouths, just ignore them. Don't let them make you start eating meat, cheese, or dairy once again when you know how great veganism is. You said so many positive things about it, and that's why this pains me, because I think Waka Flocka is a great ambassador for veganism. I mean, that blueberry muffin video got like 1.6 million views. So to lose him is a big blow. Just to lose him in the way we have, just because a few people said some hateful things. So I urge you, Waka Flocka, reconsider this whole thing. Look at the positive side. There's way more positive vegans out there than hateful, negative loudmouths. So post your questions and comments down below. What are your thoughts about this whole Waka Flocka no longer being vegan situation? Let's be cool down here. We want them back. Hit like if you like this video. And until next time, guys, keep it carb, baby. Keep it carved.